morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. We usually begin with an injury report, but we don't have an official injury report, although we did get a Deebo Samuel update on Kyle Shanahan's conference call.
It wasn't broken, so that was a real good sign, but still hurting too much for us to really have an idea how it's going to heal up this week. So we just got to be patient, see how he feels on Wednesday, and based off if it's improving, it'll give us a better idea whether he has a chance for the game or not.
I have a feeling Kyle Shanahan is not going to be too forthcoming about Deebo Samuel's shoulder the week before the NFC Championship game. Speaking of being in that game, Kyle, are you going to prepare any differently this week because you're one step away from the Super Bowl?
No, nothing's different. I mean, the stakes and everything, and people care about it a lot more because there's nothing guaranteed after it if you don't handle business. So you understand the experience is cool because you get to feel those moments and you've been through it before. But in terms of the football game, there's nothing different. Still the same time, still all the same rules, and that's really all it's about. So that's your experience tells you better not make stuff up because it's the NFC Championship game. You got to do exactly what you believe in, which is how you spend every minute to give you the best chance to perform your best in those 3 hours when it matters.
If there's one thing we've learned about Kyle Shanahan, it's that he doesn't deviate from doing what he thinks is right, no matter what. So you'd be crazy if you think he was going to change it up at this point. One guy we sort of hoping maybe we'll change it up is Dre Greenlaw. After that second interception, he refused to go down, of course, and really didn't seem that upset about it after the game. Kyle, did you and the coaches get on him about that?
I think he's glad that it ended the way he did, and I don't think he'll ever make that mistake again. We didn't get on him too hard, but he could tell how big of a deal it was after. We're very appreciative he made the play, but stuff can flip very fast and you can ruin some of the best plays ever if you give a team any more of a chance. And the way that game was going, man, we didn't need to give them any more chances. So I think he learned his lesson, and hopefully we'll never have to deal with that again.
Kyle is right. It was a terrible decision by Greenlaw. When you have the game in hand, you squeeze. You don't run around like a chicken with its head cut off because you're trying to get a touchdown. Go down, Dre. Maybe Kyle needs to go over some game management stuff with the team this week just to make sure everybody is buttoned up. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Tuesday comes from Niners Nation. It was a great story by Kyle Posey. If you're worried because the 49ers had a close game against the Packers, don't be. Almost every recent Super Bowl champion has had a close call playoff game like the 49ers have had. Read the article, take a deep breath, and let's all move on together. If you want to read it, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, the 49ers are not the only team with injury concerns going into next week's game. The Lions are going to be without their starting left guard, Jonah Jackson, who's out with a knee injury, and starting center Frank Ragnow has a sprained knee and a sprained ankle on the same leg, but is expected to play. That guy is a warrior, but obviously not going to be at 100%. And that offensive line is a key part of Detroit's success on offense. One thing you may have missed, this is pretty cool. Brock Purdy and the 49ers have a chance to do something that no one in the league has done since Joe Montana 40 years ago. If the 49ers beat the Lions on Sunday, they will have beaten every single playoff team in the NFC. Dallas, Tampa Bay, Philly, the Rams, the Packers, and of course, the Lions. Just one more cherry on top of the sundae that would make it extra special to get to the Super Bowl. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are live every single weekday. If you click the little bell, you'll get notified every time we start a show. Today's show starts bright and early, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Steph Sanchez, Jason Aponte. We call it Bully Ball. Please grab your cup of coffee. You will want to be there because Jason and Steph are going to absolutely cook, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.